Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, certified astrologer, and in this segment, I'm going to be going over a composite score between myself and my wife. So these are midpoints. So what was calculated initially was my chart and my wife's chart, and then this is the midpoint between the two charts. So let's go and get started. So what I look at initially is the ascendant, the all the cardinal signs, first, fourth, seventh, and 10th, and basically try to understand and gauge this in the context um, of what is going on right now. So here's the composites. Now that I've talked about the composite um, method between the two charts, now let's identify and interpret this chart. So for starters, like I said, Pisces is kind of a wishy-washy sort of sign. It's not concrete. So um, that's kind of there. That's the ascendant, and so Pisces is rules that. And Pisces is the ruler of Pisces is Neptune, and that's in the ninth house. So the Sun and Mercury. Sun is the kind of the because Sun is the identity of the person, the ego of the person, and Mercury is there to communicate that ego and kind of let that shine. So these are all good midpoints to take care of, and so good to take a look at, and especially because it's in the first house. Now, what is interesting is that there is a very heavy sort of Pluto opposition, and Pluto is very powerful in my wife's house. So Pluto being opposite, this is something that both of us have to grapple with, because it's kind of a underworld sort of hidden secrets and things like that. It's also transformation and spiritual energy, which becomes part of the identity of us. Then we can take a look at fifth house. Fifth house is the house of kind of like having children or creativity and things like that. And so this kind of muffles some of that creativity, but still leaves room for this. And there's kind of a hard lesson to learn, technically. So between us, maybe learning how to relax and things like that would be beneficial. What is also interesting is the moon is in the 10th house, and that's a cardinal sign, I already said. And so this is kind of like all the occult, metaphysical kind of hidden things getting up to the um, culminating in understanding maybe a career that's surrounding this, or there's a lot of interpretations in that. A lot of personal planets in some of the houses, which are the house of transformation. 8th and 12th, these are all houses of kind of the underworld, understanding kind of the deeper context of life. So Uranus is always off out of the box thinking in a way that's in a way that traditionally you wouldn't think, and that's about the eighth house. And so 8th and 12th is also the house of death, but I don't think that's the interpretation here. So our Mars is there in the 10th, in the eighth house, so catalyzing the relationship using Mars. Then, of course, there's the moon. Like I told you already, Venus also, a kind of identity there. That's in the 12th house as well. So these are all our personal planets are in basically the cardinal houses, and then the 8th and the 12th house are very dominant in our chart. And I didn't go over this, but you can kind of appreciate some of the some of the personal planets being in hidden planets, so in hidden signs. So this is for now. This is, I think, good. Again, Saturn has a connection with creativity. So because Saturn rules Capricorn. So there's kind of a Saturn Moon connection as well. So this is what the composites chart should look like. It's kind of difficult to grasp, but as our life continues, this will this will shed some light. I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.